Life in New England in the 18th century arguably ran on fat, but there's another item that absolutely couldn't do anything without, and that's salt. Let's talk about that on today's shave. Hello my friends, welcome back for today's shave. Well, we're talking about another logistical imperative, and that is salt. Salt is almost as important as fat, because without the salt, well, A, everything tastes a little bland, but B, you need salt to preserve things. And you know, an army runs on its stomach. So if you can't feed your men, then you're in real trouble. And if half your season is above freezing, and it's got to be way more than that, you have to be able to preserve meats. You have to be able to feed your men. Ooh, this blade is not good. Yeah, I'm gonna remove this blade in a second here, guys. I'll just switch blades, razors. You use salt to tan your hides. Salt is used for all kinds of important things. And it was surprisingly difficult to get. Now, on the coast, there's places where you could, well, it's all over actually, salt plants where they would boil out the water out of seawater and then liberate the salt that way. Or there was mineral salts. There were deposits of salt I suppose you could find, but it's still not as easy to get as you would think. We're kind of used today, salt, just go to the grocery store and pick it up. But in the 17th century, you had to make it. And then with that, you would salt down that your meat that you usually did in the cooler months, winter, autumn. You would take out the fats, and then you would salt the meat, because come summertime, if it wasn't preserved, it was going bad. And any game, really. You know, salted meats are pretty much what everybody used. Now the British, they had a mature supply line, and so they were getting salt from all over the place. But we didn't have quite as, our supply lines weren't quite as good, but then we were still getting it from the Caribbean, and also we were obviously capturing it from the British. We got a whole bunch of salt when we took Boston. I mean, there's kind of a matter of pride, the amount that came out of that. And logisticians will tell you that to sustain anything, you got to get all of your stuff in addition to bullets. Feeding your men is almost as, if not more important. I remember in my days in the service, they would drill us with this mantra of logistics is arming, fixing, feeding, fueling, and sustaining your everything. Arm, of course, you got your bullets or whatever tools you're using. Fix, things to repair and everything. Feed your men, fuel, make everything go, and sustain, have enough to keep it going. These are important things, maybe not put into those exact words in Washington's day, but those are things that I'm sure were still high on everybody's mind. Pretty good shave today. Started out a little rough with the wrong blade, but it was one that I needed to try. And our soap today came from us from the TSC Con, the convention in Las Vegas in 2024. This is a clown puke, kind of like what I do, but this was made by a dear friend of mine, Spider. Our razor that we ended up using is my good old trusty Feather Artist Club SS, but we started out with a clone, and then I found some clone blades that weren't in the, you know, these are factory type, mainline type blades, but these came out of a tuck of similar Artist Club blades that were just wrapped in stuffed in a box. Well, I know now why they were stuffed in a box. I don't remember if I rinsed the Alamo. I got excited about telling you guys about what was going on today. Now, because we don't have any real aftershave that goes with, we're going to use sterling spice. And this is a really good, similar scent to Old Spice. Rod at Sterling does an amazing job with his scents, and this is one of them. We got it all done today, got a beautiful shave. Thank you so much for coming. Please leave a like. I'm Major Rich, and you can find me at shavingcutter.com. Like I said, like, subscribe if you're so inclined. Any ideas or more questions about our content, please leave notes and I read them all. And thank you for coming. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.